You're on Botfree Group at the moment?
What for?
Oh, just for social media.
No, I don't want it done, thanks.
Oh, well, I'm doing it.
Yeah, well, it's our company and I'm asking you not to do it.
Well, I can see it from the road, so...
Yeah, well, can you not film, please?
Well, I will, but I've also...
Call the police, because you're not...
Call the police for someone with a camera?
Well, yeah, because you've done it them over there.
Yes. And I got my drone as well, so we'll be sending the drone over to get some drone footage, so...
You're not doing it?
If you're doing 911, not 999, 101, sorry.
999.
999?
Yeah,
what are you going to report? A man with...
Please.
Oh, let me hear this. Man with a camera.
Please. It's harassment.
You've come out and harassed me, I'm not harassing you.
Hi there, and there's just on the industrial estate in Louth, and there's a strange chap walking around filming businesses and says he's sending drones up and taking footage and just, well, being pretty nosy.
Today's scene kicks off with Auditor BP rolling up to Lynx Lou in Los Angeles, camera in hand and drone in the air, simply capturing the city vibe. But in a blink, calm turns to chaos as staffer bursts out, waving him down and demanding the filming stop before dialing the police. When officers arrive, one leaps to a hasty judgment, painting BP's lawful filming as troublemaking. The moment feels less like a casual encounter and more like a rapid-fire clash, showing how quickly public filming can trigger tension and confusion.
Called
Yep.
about somebody matching your description.
Absolutely, yeah, I give him the video. I'm stood there when he called. I think it's this one that called you, wasn't it?
So what's the crack? What's going on?
Just doing a bit of videoing today.
Sorry?
Just doing a bit of videoing today.
Okay, what's the purpose of the video?
My purpose, really.
No. What's the purpose of the video?
Sorry, no. My purpose, really. Thank you.
What is the purpose of the video?
Do I have to answer that question?
Well, yeah, because it
Well,
may be that you're breaking the law by if you
doing what? What law do you think I've broken?
Well, we'll start with GDPR rules.
Okay, that's nothing to do with the police, is it?
Is it not?
No. And it isn't anyway, because I'm public. I'm in public. I can film anything I can see in public, can't I?
Yeah, you can film in public,
Yep.
but if you're overflying private premises and
Yep.
videoing stuff that's on there, then
Yeah.
that becomes a little bit of an issue.
No, incorrect, officer. I'm sorry, you're incorrect.
The staffer wastes no time calling police, painting the auditor as some odd figure filming outside. In reality, he's transparent about what he's doing. No secrecy, no hidden agenda. Branding him as nosy misses the point entirely. Photographing in public is perfectly lawful, and curiosity isn't a crime. Instead of addressing it with calm reasoning, the employee reacts with misplaced urgency, showing little grasp of public freedoms. When officers arrive, the situation slides further downhill, their actions swayed more by assumption than law, even pushing for charges that have no ground to stand on.
So every aeroplane, hot air balloon, glider goes over, they're not allowed to video, is that what you're saying?
Well, aeroplanes won't be able to pick up as much detail as a drone over flying some specific premises.
Small aeroplanes.
What is the purpose behind? What interest do you have in filming?
It's fine, I like industrial estates, so I'll go industrial estates making videos of companies I find interesting. Are you recording?
No.
It's flashing. There's a green light flashing.
Yes, it is.
Is that recording?
Flashing red, then I'll be recording.
Right, okay.
The green is not recording, so
Right,
what law
because
have I broken?
we don't know, you see, so we don't know that. So, but if you are not recording, that's fine. But you would have, one of your procedures you would have broke if you hadn't told me that.
Why is that?
Because you have to inform me. As well, you mentioned
I can
GDPR.
film anything I want in public. You've just come back.
No, not you. No, you're filming it as a company. You're an officer working for the law. You have to, by GDPR rules, you have to tell me. Like the sign on the gate there saying they're filming people.
Trying to justify the stop. The officer insists, the auditor, is violating GDPR a clear misstep? The auditor quickly corrects him, explaining that GDPR governs how organizations handle personal data, not individuals filming in public. It's a frequent misconception, even within law enforcement. Instead of citing real relevant laws, the officer leans on misplaced terminology to question something entirely lawful, revealing just how icily the rules can be misunderstood.
GDPR works that way. Do you not understand that GDPR works that way?
Okay. So, what are we going to do about you filming? Because it's clearly causing annoyance to people.
That's not my problem. I'm in a public area filming. I'm not annoying anybody. They're annoying me, to be honest. They're actually annoying me.
Called the police.
And they're annoying me. They come out and annoy me. He did. They annoyed me. I don't report them because I thought, well, just go back to work and leave me to it. So if you think I'm breaking any laws, then please quote the laws I'm breaking. Because I'm not breaking any law here.
Instead of addressing the real matter, the officer twists the auditor's statement, crowing, "I can film anything I want in public," as if to undermine him. The tactic doesn't stick. With steady composure, the auditor points out the key difference. While the public can film freely, police are bound by GDPR, requiring them to notify people when using body cameras. The exchange lays bare a telling double standard. Lawful public recording is often questioned. Yet some officers overlook their own duty to uphold transparency.
You seem a bit annoyed and that you can't get me on anything. That's wrong, isn't it, surely?
It's not the fact that I can't get you on anything, it's just that if you are causing somebody enough annoyance and they're worried about people's private details being published on the internet and what have you, because there are certain things that are visible from up to your drone camera.
Yeah.
And they are rightly concerned that those will be published on the internet.
Absolutely, can be concerned. Put them inside. Because anybody, I can go on that public path and fly my drone. I could have done it secretly. I let them know what I'm doing.
Okay, but from their point of view,
yeah,
can you see why it would cause an annoyance if you are entirely in the right and you are exercising your right as a person to do something that they don't want you to do?
Yeah.
And you refuse to stop when you've been asked, even though it's their premises that are affected by your actions.
Well, they said there, we're highly secret, blah, blah, blah. They're a fragrance company. I'm like, highly secret fragrances? Really? You know, people really build themselves up to be bigger than they are, just to try to stop people exercising their God-given right, legal rights in this country. Legal rights in this country to video anything I can see from a public place.
This exchange pulls back the curtain on a deeper flaw. In policing where emotion too often takes precedence over law, the auditor's right to film in public is unquestionable. Unease from bystanders doesn't turn a legal act into a crime. Yet the officer steps in, not on solid legal ground, but on the shaky basis of someone's discomfort. Lacking a real violation to cite, he resorts to subtle pressure, blurring the line between upholding the law and appeasing feelings. The reality is simple. Discomfort isn't illegal, and law enforcement should know where that line stands.
I can video anything I can see from public place.
Does it not then become an issue because you can't see it from a public place because your drone is going into a private place to take these images?
It's flying over in the airspace which is controlled by the Civil Aviation Authority, and I obey all the laws for flying my drone. Civil Aviation Authority, there's no restrictions for flying in this area, on this estate, wherever, so I can fly my drone free will all over this place. I feel you're annoyed. I don't understand. You're not the feelings police. You've got to remember this. You're not the feelings police. You're here to feel.
I'm not the feelings police. I just find it incomprehensible that
But you're like him. It's not up to you to understand what I'm here to do. It's not up to you to understand that, is it? If I'm here and not breaking any law, then basically you need to just walk away and let them know he's not breaking any law. Leave him to it.
It's far too often. Businesses behave as if their in-house policies outrank actual law insisting. It's illegal to film their property. When it isn't, staff and security toss around terms like GDPR and privacy laws without truly grasping their meaning. At its core, it's not about legality, it's about control. Rather than respecting public rights, they escalate needlessly, dragging in police overnight. The auditor's encounter highlights a wider problem. Private companies wielding false authority to intimidate, instead of recognizing the boundaries set by real law.
If a delivery is out in the yard waiting to be picked up and people's, their clients' details, addresses and what have you are on display.
Tell me this, officer. Do they have the right to tell me to stop videoing?
I think they've probably got the right to stop you from overflying their premises.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're incorrect.
I think they probably do.
I think you're incorrect.
If you look at the contracts when you buy a house, the property you own, then you also own the airspace above it. It doesn't stop at the roof of the house.
Maybe you do. That's all a bit grey, but...
So if you're overflying their property, then that does become a point where...
Right. Can you hear in the sky?
Sorry?
Can you hear him in the sky? There's an airplane flying over.
Yes, there is.
So has he asked him if he can fly over his property? He's gone over his property.
What makes it worse is that the auditor ends up asking the officer to leave a request that should never be necessary when no law has been broken. A professional approach would be to walk away once it's clear no crime exists. Instead, the officer lingers, making it plain this is no longer about the law but about ego. It's a telling example of poor policing, where emotion takes the driver's seat over duty. True law enforcement should be anchored in rights, not reactions.
See what you're saying is a bit silly. I understand what you're saying. People kind of have this thing, they do own some of it.
Can your drone fly 20,000
I think
things?
obviously if they don't want you flying over, you know, like next to their businesses where there's information shown and things like that, I think they're polite, like, you know, so politely have to stop. Obviously I appreciate you've said it's escalated. If they'd like you to stop, then just want to keep things, you know.
But what about my thing? So what about me? I've come here to make videos and I want to make the video, so what about my thing?
Well,
What about respect for me?
Just please not get any kind of private information involved in that.
Well, that's not on me though, that's on them. You can't, if they've left private information out.
If you do publish these videos online,
Yep.
can you make sure that the information is unreadable?
I'll do my best if I think it's confidential, but you can't see anything. I'm 30, 40, 50 metres up. I can't even make faces out, you know what I mean? And everybody goes mad about it. It's ridiculous.
As the officer fumbles to defend his stance, the rumble of a passing plane hands the auditor a perfect counter. Do they need permission to fly over someone's property? He asks. The point lands instantly, just like aircraft. Drones can operate over property without landowner consent as long as they follow the law. In that moment, the officer's reasoning collapses, and the auditor's quick wit makes it unmistakably clear. There was never any legal basis for the challenge.
Your name, sir?
I don't get that information out, I'm sorry. Do I need to? Think carefully what you're going to say next. I know there's one answer to this and it begins with N.
So the answer begins with
N.
N for...
No. When I said, do I need to?
Well...
No, there's not a well, there's no buts to it. It's either a yes or a no.
It's open to interpretation. It depends, because if I feel that you've been involved in ASB, then yes, you do.
ASB?
The Police Reform Act.
What's
yeah,
ASB?
Social behaviour.
Antisocial behaviour?
Yes.
F. A company handles sensitive information, safeguarding it. Is their responsibility not blaming someone for viewing what's plainly visible from public space? The auditor drives this home, noting his drone hovers 30 to 50 meters high, far too distant to capture private details. Yet instead of tackling genuine security measures, the conversation veers into feelings and what-if scenarios. With no legal foundation, the officers fall back on vague worries, sidestepping the fact that public recording is a protected right.
I think you'll be on a lawsuit against you if you arrested me for antisocial behaviour for a man with a camera. Then I think you'll be into a.
Suggesting that having a
I will take you to court. I will take you to court for
I'm
that.
suggesting, however, that you've been involved in an altercation, either one side or the other, and if I decide that that constitutes antisocial behaviour, then I can require you to provide me with your name and address details.
You can, if you think I've committed a crime. But do you think I've committed a
If you've been
crime?
involved in ASB.
No, if you think I've committed a crime, you can ask
You've been
me.
involved in ASB, that's how it works.
If you think I've committed a crime, if you think, that's right, you're thinking I've been involved in the ASB, which is a crime, isn't it? So if you think I've committed a crime.
ASB isn't necessarily a crime, but one of the police powers that we have is to request the information from somebody who's been involved in ASB.
Right.
So you've been involved in an argument because you've refused to comply with somebody else's wishes. When, you know,
Feelings, please. Again, we're back to the feelings, please.
When the auditor asks, "Do I have to?" the officer answers, "It depends if I feel you've been involved in antisocial behavior." Those words, "if I feel," are alarming. Policing is meant to be grounded in evidence and law, not personal impressions. Under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, a name can only be requested when there's actual proof of antisocial behavior, not just suspicion. By leaning on personal judgment over clear legal standards, the officer reveals a subjective, shaky approach that undermines the integrity of the law.
it's not the feelings, police. You know that there has been a confrontation between you and somebody else.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
That to me is antisocial behaviour.
From his side, correct, yeah.
Okay. So
Go get their name and address and all
We'll be
information.
going over there in a minute.
It's not antisocial behaviour, it's
Would
rubbish.
you like just to provide your details? Obviously, you've said there's been a crime of public order because they've shouted and sworn at you. You don't want to make a complaint. Would you like to provide your details to go on the crime report?
At this time, no. If I get home and I feel that I do need to, when I watch the video back and I do feel that it was bad enough,
Can I
then
give you the instant number then? Just to
yes, please, absolutely give me the instant. Yeah,
If
definitely.
you'd like to provide your details.
Yep. So I'll write that down.
It is.
Right, but you won't be getting my name because if I did it anonymously. So if you're thinking that I'm going to do that, so you get my name.
No. It's just obviously if you want to provide your details.
What's the date
Is
today?
there any particular reason you won't provide your details?
Yes, one massive one.
What's that?
I don't want to.
What would it gain by withholding your details?
What would it gain? Now, okay,
Lose you to the
right. So let me just reverse that back. So what it would gain for you if I provide my details, that goes straight.
Spoken to.
It goes, doesn't matter though, does it? It goes straight on your Intel. You put this description, my name, all my details on your Intel. I don't want to be on your Intel. So
Doing nothing wrong. What's the harm?
no, you can't use that. No, I have.
That's a question. I'm not using it. I'm asking you a question.
Well, yeah. Well, you can't say if you're doing nothing wrong. Why don't you give your name? That's just rubbish, isn't it? I don't have to give my name, do I? And I don't want to. It's as simple as that.
Fine, you don't want to. But what would be the harm?
I've just told you, it'll go on your Intel. So it'll go against the incident. It'll go on your Intel. I don't want to be on your systems, thank you. Exactly what I say about the recording.
This exchange exposes how some officers stretch antisocial behavior laws. To pressure compliance, refusing a request isn't antisocial, it's a protected right. If disagreement alone were criminal, almost any interaction could be turned into an offense, which defies common sense. These laws exist to address genuine problems like harassment or public disorder, not to target lawful actions that merely unsettle someone. By bending the law to match personal opinion, the officer demonstrates a clear misunderstanding, relying on vague claims to prop up an argument with no legal footing.
You get into trouble, somebody beats you up for the things that you're doing and you won't stop when they ask you to, you get beaten up and then
Yep.
we come across you. How do we know who you are? Might help us.
Well, I think when you come, I'll give you my name then. What?
We don't know. You don't have to give it.
Well, what if I got beaten up and I'm going to take them to court ready to, or get you guys to do something about it? Then I wouldn't.
Anything else we can help with?
Not for me, no. I don't know if you want to speak to these guys,
We'll
but
have a chat with them over there, and obviously
Absolutely.
things as well.
yeah, no problem. Okay.
Very much indeed
All right.
for your time.
Thank you. Cheers. It's a walk of shame.
The standoff doesn't wrap up because the first officer realized he was wrong. It ends when a second officer steps in to defuse the situation. That alone speaks volumes. From the outset, the first officer mishandled the encounter, misusing terms like GDPR, misapplying antisocial behavior laws, and leaning on assumptions instead of facts. There was no crime, no lawful reason for police intervention, only an attempt to control a perfectly legal activity. It highlights a bigger problem, treating public filming as suspicious when the law says otherwise. Thankfully, the camera kept the exchange honest, and that's exactly why recording police matters. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown valuable, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe.